Sia Blackstock. Floor is the executive director, and Sia is the program director of Electric Girls. And their session is titled Getting Girls into STEM, Engagement, Environment, and Empowerment. One of their focuses of their organization, it is Louisiana focused, but in addition to providing opportunities for girls to get engaged in STEM, they spend talking about the self-perception of STEM and that girls can do STEM. And so I'm going to turn it over to them. We're glad to have them and looking forward to your presentation.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who is here. As you probably noticed in the beginning session, there is a lot of conversation around STEM, but specifically getting girls into STEM. So what we're going to do today is talk to you a little bit about what that issue is. Here's our little agenda. What that issue is, why it's a specific issue for girls, what we do in Electric Girls, and some evidence of what we have working, and go through some of the very intentional programmatic structures that we have within Electric Girls, and talk about next steps. I will go over this very briefly, as it was touched on, and I'm sure everyone in this room is here because of this issue. We know that STEM employment is growing at a faster rate than non-employment. It is more well-paying. We as educators have an obligation to help prepare students to fill this role. Also potentially obvious to most of us in the room, we know that in terms of both employment and educational attainment, these STEM fields are majorly dominated by men. To synthesize this issue, women make up only 29%, I wish it was 90, right? Women make up only 29% of science and engineering workforce. Minority women comprise fewer than 1 in 10 employed scientists and engineers. Male students are more likely to enroll in engineering and computer science courses, including AP Computer Science. And specific to Louisiana, only 32% of students in grades 3 through 8 score with mastery on the LEAP tests, 24% on science. Now I'm going to talk to you about the problem for girls. As we know that it's a problem for women, girls become women. So let's talk about what happens early. In a 2009 poll, boys and girls ages 8 to 17 were surveyed on their interest in engineering as a career. 24% of boys expressed interest, yet only 5% of girls did. Similarly, in a separate poll, same year, ages 13 to 17, polled on their interest for saying, or their expression that computer science would be a good major. 74% of boys agreed that computer science would be a good major, whereas only 32% of girls did. Myra Sadker once wrote that if the cure for cancer was in the mind of a girl, we may never discover it. I'm going to take you through some of the ways that stereotype affects girls at a young age. Some of you might be familiar with the idea or the concept of stereotype threat. What this chart shows to you is a comparison of a math performance test when men and women completed. And on the right-hand side, you'll see that they were told nothing before taking the test, about equal performance. On the left, women were told before taking the test that men are better at this test. Look at how drastically that affected their scores. So already, girls are starting to disidentify with math or with their performance in STEM at a young age. As soon as you tell someone that they're not as great at math than men, they perform worse. So the question that Electric Girls begs is, what if, instead of giving no stereotype threat, we go a step further and we show girls that they are capable and very intentionally show them their own skills, have them recognize that through themselves, through going through a program. I can't go without a presentation without showing a few examples of how stereotype threat pervades through society, sometimes unintentionally, I don't know if any of you have seen this before, but this is a screenshot from a book made by Barbie the goal of it was to increase the number of women in computer science. It unfortunately backfired quite a bit. Your robot puppy is so sweet, says Skipper. Can I play your game? I'm only creating the design ideas, Barbie says, laughing. I'll need Steven's and Brian's help to turn it into a real game. Ouch. No good. Second of all, we all know Legos. We love Legos. Shout out Legos out there. These are typical Legos, non-gendered. In an effort to increase the number of women who are going into STEM, Lego has branched off and created Lego Friends. Okay, so of course girls love Lego Friends. That's not the issue. These are great. The problem is, again, that concept of identification. So boys are more likely to identify with engineering if they touch the Legos that actually look like steel, right? That actually look like this is what engineering is. Unfortunately, we don't live in a pink world where steel bars creating bridges are pink. So now we're going to talk to you a little bit about Electric Girls. What is Electric Girls? What do we do? And what successes have we seen? Our mission is to increase girls' confidence and engagement in STEM. We do this in a few ways. First of all, and most fundamentally, we create learning spaces in an all-girls environment. We offer a few different programs. Extracurricular, we have after-school programs, Saturday programs, summer camps, and we are also increasing the number of in-school opportunities that we have as well. As you can see, girls, and we're about to show you, learn various content areas and then go forward with developing their skills in that area, ultimately getting to a point where they can use them to design and build their own completely self-directed project. A little bit about our growth. Electric Girls was founded in 2015. Our first summer camp was a group of 6 girls. We just completed Electric Girls Summer Camp powered by Shell with 360 girls, and 180 of them were covered on a full scholarship from low-income families. Thank you. So if you're curious of seeing those raw numbers, we've learned that there is significant demand from both students, families, teachers, schools in having Electric Girls structure in Louisiana. At this point, we can't keep up with the number of parishes that are interested in starting Electric Girls programs or getting better, as you can see by our growth. We survey girls. We want to know what impact we have on the girls. And though those surveys change quite a bit, we're going to show you the data from our last summer camp. This is what it looks like for the girls. And this is the impact that we see after girls go through an Electric Girls program. So very simple, blue is before, red is after. We measure girls' confidence in their ability to solder, which is a big part of Electric Girls in building circuitry. We ask girls about their confidence to come up with an idea, how they feel about their ability to solve problems, their confidence in their ability to present what they have built to an audience, public speaking, their capacity and how they feel themselves, their capacity of becoming an engineer. Next, we ask them, do they feel better about building their skills in building and coding? And this is hugely important because it instills a growth mindset, right? We don't tell girls, you have to be perfect at XYZ by the end of our program. We don't expect them to achieve mastery. That's not realistic. But by showing them, you are getting better at using the wood saw, that makes a huge impact for a girl, and she will start to identify with those skills. Last is their ability to build with tools. What does this data mean? So we believe that this data means that Electric Girls is a proven environment that helps girls build confidence, build concrete STEM skills, begin to dismantle some stereotypes by identifying with those skills, So now we're going to take you through what it's like to be an electric girl, go through some of the structures that we incorporate into all of our programs, whether it be summer camp, after school, in school. These are all very intentionally designed and executed programs that will help strengthen a girl's confidence in STEM.
How's it going, everybody? I don't think it's on. It's on now. Is it on for everyone up there? Perfect. We start every day of Electric Girls with taking our temperature. This one. The big green button. I push the big green button. So we start every day with taking our temperature. As you can see, we come in, all of us, no matter who we are, children, adults, it does not matter. You can be a volunteer, you can be an instructor, and we're all gonna sit crisscross applesauce in a circle. And what we do is we all go around and empower ourselves and show our own voices and dig deep inside, and we rate how we feel on a scale from 1 to 10. This is actually an activity that was created by one of our electric girls, and we decided it was so fabulous and amazing that we implement it in every program, no matter what structure we have. Everybody goes around and they say, I'm a 1 today, I'm really tired, I haven't had my coffee, it's not lunchtime yet. Or 10, yes, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to learn, I'm on board. Here's an example of what taking our temperature looks like.
It feels so much cooler.
I would 10 because it is demo day, and I'm really excited for all of you guys to present your projects. I'm a 9.5. I'm really excited today, but I'm also sad that it's the last day.
So this is for the last day of our summer camp session. And Laura, if you could click through the next slide.